Hey everybody, it's Kara. I have a quick one for you today. I just wanted to make a brief little video on a few items that I picked up through Ulta and announce one of my new skincare products that I've been using that I had mentioned in an earlier video that I would be bringing up in another video, and I grabbed the wrong bottle. I'll be right back. Alrighty, so the landscapers are outside doing my neighbor's lawn. Something keeps exploding, so if you hear like something that sounds like firecrackers or fireworks, it's perfectly fine. It's just something is blowing up on their machinery. First of all, I have been using this Derma E Anti-Wrinkle Vitamin A Glycolic Scrub. I do this probably twice a week. It has a little bit of a gritty feel to it, but it's pretty gentle. It's, you know, I can use it on my skin and it doesn't irritate me or feel too abrasive, but I use a very light hand, so like this a lot. I also, that I had picked up at Marshall's. Another thing by Derma E that I've been using, and this is actually really good too. It's another, I don't really do harsh exfoliants. I like to do various sorts of medium strength, I would say, you know, for exfoliation. And I do have a Clarisonic, but I will use these other things intermittently. And this is the Derma E Essentials Overnight Peel with AHAs. And so this you put on at night and you don't wash it off. You leave it on overnight and then you get up in the morning and you wash it off. AHAs break down the glue. There is a technical term for it, but I'll just stick with glue for sake of ease. That holds the dead skin cells together. And so the alpha hydroxy acids will break down that to release and you know, disintegrate that glue that's holding those dead skin cells onto your skin surface. So I like to use a lot of the different AHAs in their milder forms a few times a week. I feel like that gives me just a nice gentle exfoliation without feeling like red or harsh or stripped or beating up my face too much. So I have used this a few times and I really like it. It's not like one of those things where you use it and the next day you're like, wow, my skin's so different. But it makes everything go on smoothly. It definitely does what it is prescribed to do. What it states that it does is that it gives you a nice gentle exfoliation. And then I wash it off gently, and then I'll put my moisturizers on and everything just soaks right in. So, you know, it depends on what your skin needs and how you feel about different things, but I kind of prefer to do a little bit, you know, like I said, a little bit gentler. And then I'll use my Clarisonic once a week, maybe once every 10 days or so, because I do find that had broken some capillaries on my face. Today, the only makeup I have on is a little bit of mascara on my top lashes, some lip gloss, and a little bit of blush. So I've been working on my skin, you know, consistently with trying to keep it, especially in the summer. It's a little dewier. I don't have to do quite as many heavy oils or anything. I want to show you what I've been using. This is a Retinol Serum by Tree of Life. It is a 2% retinol serum, so it's one of the highest forms of retinol that you can purchase. I did tons and tons of research on this, on retinol and the 2% and everything like that. So I can't recall the price of this. I think it was $15 and then I had 10% off, something around that line. You only use a pea-sized drop. It doesn't need to be refrigerated or anything. It has sort of a, as you can see, it has sort of a milky, yellowy, you know, just a dense consistency with a little bit of a yellow milky undertone. And it has lots of other goody things in it, which with my bifocals I can barely see. Let me see. Okay, it has I can't even read it. And I don't have a magnifying glass. But if you're interested in it, Tree of Life, you can look it up. And their website is phenomenal. They list everything. They're there for you if you have questions. They'll answer anything. I did contact them with a few questions and they got right back to me. Very thorough and very responsive. I really like it. It feels very smooth and lovely on the skin. It goes on and it doesn't sting or burn. Again, this is me. I don't have hypersensitive skin. But it just you know, I'm trying to mostly accent areas, my eyelids, my forehead, and I do put a little bit down onto my décolleté, and of course down on my neck. So you only need, this is not something that the more you put on, the better it's going to work. You need to only use what they say to use, which is about a pea-sized drop all over your face. If you're doing your neck and a little bit onto your chest, you could use probably half a pea size more. That's about all I use. I do use a large pea size, you know, probably a dot about that big. And sometimes it's a little too much. I can feel like there's extra on my face where I didn't need there to be. And I'll just kind of drag it down around. But you really don't need much. So this is not even, let me see, it's about a quarter. Yeah, I think it's about a quarter of the way used. I've been using it for, I think, 6 weeks now. I wanted to give it a good long test run before I brought it out here. And I put this on at night only, and then I put on my other couple other serums sometimes, or just a heavier moisturizer with a teeny little bit of my oils prior to that. I'll do my nighttime routine, but I was so excited I wanted to introduce this to you so you could get a jump on that if you were interested in researching it for yourself. Okay, the other serum that I have been using is the Hydrating Serum. Box is a little beat because it gets shoved around in my drawer. I like to save the boxes if I can, only because I like to go back and check the ingredients if I ever have a question. This I grabbed at Marshall's as well. This is wonderful. It's got so many good things in it, and I don't know if they took this off the market or renamed it or repackaged it or what, but I did find this at Marshall's. There was only one, so I grabbed it. I have used it a bunch of times over top of my other timeless serums, my Matrixyl and my CoQ10, and it's just an added booster to that. You can use this alone, and it actually has the a little bit of vitamin C in it too, a C ester. So it has sodium hyaluronate, glycerin, and then it has several of the other ingredients that are, ooh, I'm losing my shirt here. Sorry about that. It has panthenol, which is vitamin B, and allantoin, alanine, leucine, tyrosine, glycine, valine, and then a few other preservatives and stuff like that, milder, you know. And it has Aristaflex, which I did Google that to see what that was, and I don't recall offhand what all that was, what exactly the description said, but it was good stuff. So I've been using that and really enjoying it. I also purchased from Ulta the Derma Hydrating Night Cream. Now I have not used this because I still have my other night cream, which is really heavy and it's really good and it smells really nice. So I'm waiting till I finish that up before I start in with this. But this is just a white cream. Nice rich consistency, almost like their day cream. The one that I have that I've shown you before is a little pastier. This one is a little more creamier. So this is loaded with all kinds of goodies too. And again, this is the Hydrating Night Cream with hyaluronic acid. And then I also have, which I haven't tried yet, and I will. I'll let you know what I think of it. But I grabbed the Andalou Naturals Pumpkin Honey Glycolic Mask. This is orange. This is why I'm going to do it for you. I think it'll be fun to do it on film because it'll turn your skin orange. I actually had something like this from Burt's Bees, and it was a carrot moisturizer. Not a mask, but a moisturizer. And it did say that it can leave a hint of an orangey-ish or yellow after you use it, but it did go away. So, you know, I washed it. I would wash and that would go away. But I did see a little bit of orange, slight orange or yellow tint right after using it. So, all right, so this is fruit stem cells, vitamin C, glycolic AHA blended with manuka honey and organic pumpkin, rich in beta-carotene, gently dissolves and sweep away dull, dry surface cells, exfoliating and resurfacing for an even tone. So again, me with the more mild forms of exfoliation, I think this would be great. I'm excited to try it on camera and look like a Oompa Loompa for everybody. And I grabbed the Derma E Anti-Wrinkle Treatment Oil, vitamins A and E. This also has, here we go, Carthamus tinctorius, safflower seed. I don't know why they even put that other junk on there. Retinol palmitate, the vitamin A, and vitamin E. So, simple solution that I can use after my serums, before my other oils, anything to help boost anything. So I haven't opened this yet either. It's still taped from packaging. But it's just a little, I don't remember how much it was. It wasn't that expensive. And I thought, you know what? Even if I didn't want to use my oils that night, in addition to this is just another little good way to get some vitamin A in there, since I'm only using a retinol, not the actual Retin A. And then I grabbed the Derma E Essentials Microderm Abrasion Scrub. This I am going to give to my daughters. I have enough, but it has some fantastic stuff in it. But they need a nice cleanser and exfoliant. So this is a great quality natural exfoliation cream for them to get started with. And again, it's like, more on the mild side, because I don't want them, especially at their age, later teens, but I don't want them doing anything that could be harsh, that they could be tempted to accidentally or whatever, scrub on their face. So that'll be good for them. Then I just have also grabbed very quickly a couple sunscreens, because you gotta have your sunscreen, especially with your retin A and retinols and all that other stuff, vitamin C. I grabbed Boba Botanicals, say that one a bunch. This gets even better. Superior Shield Sport Stick. Boba Botanicals Superior Shield Sport Stick. Yeah, go for that. SPF of 50. And I am enjoying my, where is it? I moved it. My Boba Botanicals, which is my Sport Mineral, all mineral sunscreen, and I really like that. And this is basically the same idea. This is all mineral, and it has, where does it have the ingredients? There we go. 17% zinc oxide. So, super duper. This was expensive. I got it on sale, but it was super expensive. And I don't know, I'll let you know what I think of it, how it works. I don't know if I would necessarily repurchase unless it was on sale again, or if I had some special deal with it. The other one that I grabbed, especially for my kids, Babyganics. They're not babies, but I don't go for that. That sales ploy, that's marketing strategy right there. Very wise too. Good one. But it's an SPF of 30. They freak out if it has 45 or 50. They think, oh my gosh, I'll never get tan, and they won't even put it on. So I buy the 30. I psych them out. I let them think that it's, it's not going to do much, but it does plenty. So that strength, the SPF of 30 is good, and I do make them, or I suggest to them that they reapply after they swim in the ocean. And this one has titanium dioxide in 3% and zinc oxide in 3%. So again, this was a pure mineral sunscreen, and all the other ingredients were really good. It did have one questionable one that I'm not too crazy about, the trisodium ethylene diamine disuccinate, but that's only sort of an issue for me, not for necessarily everybody. So, okay, that's it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blew through 8 products in no time at all. And I will come back and do a video on my full nighttime routine and a little test run of this shortly, because I am excited to try this. I've been using the other forms that I showed you, and so I'm looking forward to popping that in the middle of them. So have a great day. Thank you for visiting with me, and please remember to subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.